All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music, real issues, real controversies, doing it in real time for just a few real people, just like you and just like me. Okay, so I watched a YouTube video. The guy who has this channel has 17,000 subs. I have 47,000? I don't really actually keep track. I know people think, oh, Dave's counting subs. He cares more about subscribers than about doing his channel. He's got 17,000 subscribers and he's got 141,000 views on the Tawny Kitaen cause of death video. 141,000 views. I'm either, number one, not doing the clickbait properly. Probably I'm guilty of that. Number two, look, I get 7 or 10,000 views on a video and I'm like, hey, good job, me. All right. So 141,000 views, right? Tawny Kitaen. Now, what does this video do? It debunks the notion that Tawny Kitaen did the thing. And the guy in his voiceover, by the way, he doesn't appear in the video. He puts up pictures. And see, this is the other way to do this, like a podcast with pictures. Instead of shooting the ugly face here, I could do, like a collage and then do a voiceover to it. Okay. Again, a little bit more involved in production value and so forth, but and I'm not perfect. I'm an imperfect messenger, but the video is doing really well because they debunk the idea that Tawny Kitaen did the thing. They say, oh no, this is a common occurrence. This is a type of heart condition that happens all the time. And it even happens in children. Now, I've heard lately, by the way, that they're kind of prepping what's about to happen to kids. They're prepping. And that scares the crap out of me. You know what, people, at the end of the day, you really need to be defensive for your kids, for yourself, regardless of what age you are, regardless of what kind of health you're in. I mean, if you're in crappy health, I think this might be the last thing you want to do. So let me get back to this video, which again, it's a short video, but 100, yeah, am I jealous? Am I angry? Yeah. 141,000 views, 17,000 subscribers, basically trying to sell you the narrative that the 59-year-old who had no prior heart condition all of a sudden has a heart condition. And this is very common. They had medical experts to tell us how very common it was. And the rumor has it, here's the other rumor, that it was substance abuse, that Tawny Kitaen was addicted to whatever. But the question still remains, did Tawny Kitaen do the thing? This article doesn't clarify that, doesn't even mention it. It says something like, no, the coroner ruled out that the cause of death was from the thing, kind of. Didn't mention any of these things, didn't mention that she had gotten the thing, but the coroner who, from California, the coroner from California, isn't going to do a little sweeping job because his life and his income doesn't depend on it. Look, if you want to come at me and give me facts and tell me, okay, she didn't do the thing, she was doing other things, and that caused her death. Okay, then say it. Just say it. Don't imply it. Don't infer it. She's 59. She was trying to kick all of this stuff to the curb. I know based on her politics that she would run out to Walgreens and do it, and maybe do it a couple of times. But what irritates me is you're a video channel and all you're doing is spouting the company line, the company narrative, and you've got you've got 171,000 views on a video that maybe you should get 10,000 tops for. And maybe I should throw some more clickbait on my videos. I don't do that unless I'm trying to get you to listen to new music that I think you're going to like. That's why I do that, because I love music and I want people to share in my love for this new music that's coming out. But when a celebrity, an iconic figure like Tawny Kitaen kicks the bucket, and people are probably lying to you about it, and it's being covered up, maybe it isn't, but then someone needs to come forward and look, she didn't do the thing. You're an idiot. Go away. And I'll go away. But here's the punchline to all of this. The platforms themselves are responsible for channeling, funneling, pushing you toward a specific narrative subject based on what they're trying to promote. Look, if I discover a cure for cancer, is anyone going to come to my page? Maybe, but they might not if everybody is being funneled to the anti-cure for cancer page. Well, he says he's got a, wouldn't a lot of people come to your page if you had a cure for cancer? Wouldn't they naturally go there? But if somebody says there is no cure for cancer, false information, do not go near that page. We're going to redirect you to the radiation page where you can get more radiation to treat your cancer. That's what's going on right now. That is exactly the metaphor that works in this situation. And I don't know what else to say about it. Look, do I care this much about Tawny Kitaen? I care some, because if they're using her death as a way to manipulate thought and behavior, and they're trying to keep you from actually knowing the truth and then making adjustments in your own life based on what you're seeing, if they're actually doing that, then I'm going to say this. It's criminal behavior. Criminal, meaning you should be locked up and you should go to jail. That's what criminal is. And nobody wants to try to prove it. The media doesn't want to do it. The Democrats don't want to do it. The Republicans talk about some of this, and then they don't follow through. And the reason I make it political is because at the end of the day, you elect people to represent you in government. And if they fail you, then you're on your own. You're completely on your own. So if mass media is promoting a deception in lockstep, complete lockstep, where everybody knows what everybody else is going to do and say, not only is that scary, but it's obvious. And you call them out and you say, nope, you're not letting us know what really happened. You're saying she had a heart problem caused by what? Is it myocarditis? Is it a stroke? Has she had a history prior to this moment? Has she had a history of these problems? Or are you going to just use the excuse that she was addicted to substances, even though her own website and Facebook page said that she was really trying to quit that stuff and she was making progress? Now, it's a loser either way, right? If your family or your fans find out the cause of death is because you did it to yourself, people are going to be like, okay, it's sad that she's gone, but we're just going to move on. Or is it because she decided to go along with the lemmings, the people that she politically aligned with, which are all a bunch of lemmings and authoritarians? If she did do that, right, and then ended up paying the ultimate price for it. The next step for her family and fans and apparently the media is to just cover it up and not talk about it or make an excuse or say, you know what? She wasn't currently abusing substances, but she had this history of doing it. So again, we're just going to throw that under the bus and people will believe it. It's Tawny Kitaen. She's the woman who basically did her slithering on the hood or became the hood ornaments of David Coverdale's cars. I think he used to drive a Bentley. I'm not sure if he's still driving it. The point is that it's tragic because you know what? Truth is important. And truth could actually save people from the same fate. But they don't want you to know. They truly don't want you to know. They take turns every time they're getting close to maybe stating a truth, they turn away from it. I'm hoping, this is going to sound weird, but I'm just hoping this was natural causes. This had nothing to do with Tawny Kitaen's political belief system. This has nothing to do with the thing coming along. But of course, the article mentions that because now the mainstream people know that some of us are onto this and we're going to say, did she go do the thing? Oh, that makes sense then. If she did the thing, then this is why she's no longer here. But they did pre-bunking, not debunking. They did pre-bunking, where they're basically like, I know what you guys are going to say, but this isn't the problem. Orwell, dystopia, not wanting to admit that you're wrong, pride, you're lying, you're a liar, stop it. All of these things now are out there. And it's a mass media cover-up trying to protect their own, trying to insulate their own from reality, trying to create some kind of reality bias that people are going to buy into because they're lemmings, okay? They're sheep and lemmings. And that's about all I have on this topic. Do your own research. I still think this continues to be weird. And by the way, it would be nice if I could put out a video which actually had some truth in it and it got to 171,000 views in a short period of time. I deserve it more. And again, if I sound like sour grapes here, oh well. I deserve it far more than somebody who's cutting and pasting articles and cutting and pasting the narrative from the news media and repackaging it on YouTube and telling everybody that here's the truth, here's what happened. We put all this information into one entertaining and informative video. Meanwhile, yours truly gets a couple thousand views, and I think to myself, all right, I did okay. But it would be nice to have one of these suckers go viral. I'm just being honest with y'all.